Hello, welcome to Sunday, May 14, 2023, weekend market review. We're already halfway through May. Time just flies. Okay, let's get going right away here. Let me see, everything is up and running on YouTube properly. All right, it is. So let's get into it. TLT, very tight range. Okay, very tight range. I did sell a couple of put spread below 103. I sold 103, 101 or 103, 100 put spread. On further pullback, as it has done the last week and the previous week, it will look to fill the gap. If it does, I will sell 102, 100 spread. But as it continues to come down into below 102.5, 101 or 102.5 on top of 4 or 5 cover calls. So it was a good week to do that because the prior week, when you had this ugly, there was plenty of opportunity to sell put spread on this ugly big red candle day here. For now, we wait for one of those big red one to step into it. I can jump from 2 to 15 or so in a hurry. So for now, we stay in that range. Add to the long position if you don't have any share or if you don't have any. I'm selling cover calls at 107 and above. Ideally, I like to sell calls at 108 and above, but if to do so, all right. So let's look at the S to move it higher. So for me, it is about okay. That's an easy 2.5% move. Consistent, in my opinion, with the earnings season behind is down. Same thing with the QQQ. Okay, resistant here. So I wouldn't be all bullish here on the Nasdaq. A lot of decent move on the big boy, and to the breadth of the market, no doubt it's a handful of the big mega cap that move the Nasdaq. You had Apple, and then this week, of course, Google. Right? Google carried the weight this past week as far as pushing the Nasdaq higher. But if you look underneath the Nasdaq, it's of course the Dow Jones had more industrial exposure, and those had been weaker than the I would say wait until the 200-day moving average, or sell put spread at 325 and below. If they choose, which I don't think there is, 325, 320 spread, those kind of thing to play for a correction if you want to. But to me, the best thing to do is early Friday for a small loss, or took the volatility on this day to sell more 36, 33, 36, 34 spread. So it's okay. Like I said, when if you could play futures and buy into the VIX, you would have done yourself a big favor and make 10% on that move. But now it's back. Right? The risk reward here is if you can play futures or VXX to be long on cheap volatility. That's why I have exposure to VX 3633, have any kind of decent credits. USO, it's back, okay? Would I sell 61? Would I sell 60, 58 spread? Yes. Okay, it's just like last week. The time not to chase is up here. Okay, the time to sell put spread or go long is down here in the range of below 62, right? So same thing. If we have a dip on Monday below 62, selling 59, 56 spread, that's not a bad idea, right? 59, yeah. You got red flow here. You got this downtrend. But what is that downtrend? It's not that great. I wouldn't, if I probably would delete that line. and then retest, resistance, breakout, and then bang down below. So yeah, I guess I can keep it because it did come down and bounce off that downtrend here. So it is called it completely useless. But 59, okay, it kind of coincide with the next area where the downtrend can provide support. So for me, 59, 56 is a decent spread to sell if you want to play that way. Oxy, I sold 56, 53 spread. Would I do it again? Small, okay. I even 55, 52, okay, because it's a spread I would sell, but on weakness. If this thing break below 58, okay, then I think 55, 52 might be a better, safer spot. What other energy? LNG. If it break below 145, then I think a put spread at 142, 140 kind of thing is a better play than to be long, right? Into a recession later this year, even a mild one, we will go lower on energy. By the dip in the 22 range, yeah, that's not a bad play. It's a range, okay? There's a tight range here that you can make money going long below 23 and exit anywhere in a two. Tech, let's go tech. Google, I still have some exposure there, but and you, for those that pay attention, I talk about, waiting for the big layoff announcement. It didn't come. They did lay off, but not as much as I was looking for. And then, of course, through the whole, if you have it, I would say be careful. For sure, trim more into the high, the 52-week high, right? If you see anything above 122.43, I would say trim some. The upper range can go all the way to 133, right? But for now, I would say it's time to at least trim, raise your stop at the minimum. You should raise your stop to the low of day on Thursday, which is, I'm sure some of that come out of Meta. Does that mean that this is the down move, the Meta up? As you can see, it takes literally a whole month of right, and then even then it float around a little bit, and then check back, support, run, check back, support, gap up on earning. Okay, so 2 earning in a row. Look, 1 earning, 3 earnings ago, gap down. And that's when Zuckerberg went religion with expense control, right? And of course, the street buy into the new story, and then he proved it, and then he proved it again. Can we see the 20 MA? Yeah. I would sell put spread instead of like chasing it here. If you want to add or buy back into it, which I like to do, I trim some on this move. Would I buy back at 226-ish, below 226? I might buy some back below 226. I would rather sell put spread at 210, 200 kind of thing, okay? That's the way I would play it. 210, 195, 210, 200 kind of area. Is come to ref low, ref high, right? And can it go a little bit higher? Yeah, where? 160. If you have it, I would say raise your stop. Where? You can use low of day from. Okay. Would I? I have no position. Yeah. If on a pullback, on a pullback, if the overall market pullback this coming week, if it dipped below 105, then the 100 put spread would have credits, decent credits, attractive credit to play. But for me, long, just be patient. Wait for the 20 MA. Okay, wait for the 20 MA to see if it hold. But for me, the risk reward is down. Pretty much the same with many big Nasdaq stock. Okay, you just can't chase it here. If you don't have it, too late to chase, in my opinion. If you want to do call spread, you can, but nah, I wouldn't do it. Apple, it's time to go. Okay, seller was coming in profit all of last week. There's enough buying support, but I think the path of least resistance for Apple with earning behind it is lower. Where I think the next spot would be 162. All right, so if you want to play Apple, I think it's better to sell trend still, right? It's not, there's no breakout. I don't have any position last week. Last week was 150, 140 spread, maybe. Okay, there was a time where I was selling put spread way down here 2 weeks ago. I sell put spread, but since they're raising prices all over the place, they raise price over here, they raise price over in China. The gap fill, not for now. So on a pullback, on further pullback below 165, I think the 150 would start to have remaining 20% of my position. No need to trim, no need to do anything. I'm content to hold on to those remaining 20% of my sharing should there's a pullback. Now, does that mean that I have no stop in it? I do have a stop. Okay, where's my stop? Right here, low of day on this candle right here. We thought about it during the week because I used that for last week. Well, yeah, raise up to 426, and if it's a bigger pump to another new high, then maybe I will raise it to 431. Okay, which is quite high up there, but it's a lot of profit. Even though I don't want to get the share calls away, it's also too silly to let it fall down way down here at the 20 MA, which is too far away. That's $32 away. I'm not gonna throw away that much money. Would I sell more put spread at 144, 141? Yeah, down here. I think I sold 144, 141, and then I sold another one, 143, 140, 143. So that in case there is any kind of down move, perhaps there's gonna be a little muscle memory coming in here for dip buyers to support it. So we'll see. But as far as going big or bigger on FV, it's head to here in the 136 area, right? So it's possible. Never rule out. Okay, the last time FV started to add a little share, and then depending on what happened, you can add more as it go lower. But so for now, I think playing 144, 143 and below put spread is a better play, better exposure there. At least it gives you a chance to add shares. That's why I didn't add yet. Okay, I talked about potentially add to Pfizer, and I did not. Okay, so let's see. Is there a trend line to draw here? 54.93. So yeah, see this downtrend move. Yeah, it need to get. I'd be more bullish if it can, fill the gap, go high, and break over the 20 MA. But for now, I'm not adding. GSK, I like more. I I keep trying to buy back what I sold at 38.3, 38.1 down here. Just hold on to my share. Would I have would I trim again? 38 and above. If you have share, get ready to trim. Set your alert. In fact, I'm gonna do it right now so I don't miss it. I want to set my alert at 38 so that I know that it's at the point of the last two times it got there was indigestion. Okay, so the third time might be a charm, but it's still better to trim into. Just be patient. It's almost there. Okay, it almost. If you want to buy the dip, a nasty wick down, and you can buy it back. Okay, right there. It's coming. It's weaker since I talked about it last week or 2 weeks ago. It has done weaker. Amgen, which I've been selling put spread the past. Should there is a pullback closer to 227, then I'd be selling 220. Now I've been selling 2 or 3 put spread every week for the past couple weeks. At first I was doing 232.5, 230. I have 225, 220 for next week, just like as I did last week. But yeah, I like Amgen down. Gilead for a while, it is at the point where if you want exposure, here is the starting point where I think I have not been in Gilead in a long time. Okay, I missed this big move, and I said for down here, sure, but there's no premium right now. It's too far. So for me, even 74, 70 spread might be too at the 2-day moving average. You can throw out a few order even below it. In the lower 76, just in case it's a wick down, you can grab some share. How about BIIB? Oof, nice. See, it's way too strong. I'm surprised. I'm surprised because of the news on the Alzheimer drugs. I'm surprised that BIIB didn't have a bigger pullback, but so raise your stop. Okay, raise your stop to low up day Friday. Protect your gain because you can go from the 1302 in a hurry. You can give up $7 in a hurry. Do you want to give up 2% in a hurry? Not me. If you have it, set your stop and then put your buy order here. At least you get stop out and repurchase at $7 or $6 lower. It's worth doing that to protect your gain. Let's move on to healthcare, ELV. I sold. To me, it's better to do that than to own share outright because it's weak. It has been weeks. They have great. The last couple of weeks has been very good. I slept well, selling put spread way below. Okay, 40, 435, 440, 425. Put spread heavy enough credit. Yeah, down here. Use this key word that bounced off 3 times in the past 12 months as your protector. Okay, it's definitely a downtrend. Tight range for the next 3 to 6 months. I would not be surprised to see ELV below the $500 mark for the rest of this year. I would not be surprised. It does not mean that there is no opportunities to trade. Okay, I do that all day long. Okay, no need to buy the share. Okay, no need to do any of that. Just wait for it to come down. If this thing, let me set an alert for 85-ish. Create an alert so that I know at or below put spread. There we go. There you go. So if it violate the 50, then I think the 470, 460 spread will start to look attractive. So we'll do that. I will do that. Okay. CI. Yes. Like unlike other, well, it's Cigna have health insurance exposure. For whatever reason, this is one ugly move and nice breakout, but now we have the check back. Okay, we got the now if this check back hold, then I can feel better about selling put spread below. We can retrace all the way down to the gap fill again, right? So there's no need to be in it right now, but I'm watching this for a potential put spread at 240 and below if there's a pullback into the gap fill. But if it hold, then I might sell a put spread at 250. Okay, at the below the gap up move, because there might be buyer coming in to buy the dip should that happen. But if this hold and move higher, this coming Friday, now it's getting easier to sell to LA, and it's so tough to do that last week or the last 2 or 3 weeks. But now we come into the last week of the options. Now I can play into more spread. If there's a pullback, okay, it's so far it has stubbornly staying, but it's flirting with the key resistance here at 217 to 18. Okay, so if it break, it can come down to flow of 212 ish. So I think 210, 200. I bought some, and I bought a lot more on this move the last 2 days. I'm preparing to go a lot higher down here. I still have a very on this move, especially Friday. I bought some share in the 129-ish area. below 130 for sure. It was like, I think the lowest I bought was 129.7. Surprise. Okay, DGX can have some ugly downtrend, right? It has done that before, it can do it again. But to me, I can easily go double down even more, so I can go from 60 to 120 in a hurry down here and add a lot more. With the max exposure I had was 300 share back here, so I'm a long way from the max share on this low here, so there's plenty of room to go. But I will look to sell 125 120 spread. Should there is a nasty Monday, Tuesday, then those options will start to have credits. Okay, it's absolutely not a problem, so come to me. All right, let's take a look at banks. Still ugly, right? Still ugly. Nothing to do here. No need to add to Bank of America. I have my position. The Fed, I think the worst, I think the potential bottom or the would probably be the remaining tough 3 weeks for financial, because in 3 weeks, the bond market, I think the banks, the regional banks, will finally have breathe a sign of relief, and then we can have a sustainable bounce. So for me, nothing to do there. Goldman Sachs, I would sell put spread. Use the ref law. Okay, use this area here as your protector. But if it's premium, if it's credit, decent credit to sell put spread at 305, 295, yeah, I would add to it. KRE, same thing here. I'm not adding to it. There's no need to add to it. I still have a fairly small position, but if it keep going, scare, worry about what the Fed's gonna do. But once we have stabilization of rates and the Fed pause for sure, area that I did sell a couple put spread last week, and I will continue to do so on weakness, would be Schwab. I sold a couple put spread last week. The expiry was, yay, where? 46 and below, 46, 43. Okay, to me, it's that's a selling, and even willing to buy 100 shares should it drop below 46 and stay below. But yeah, for Schwab, 46, 43 spread is pretty easy thing to do. I had 13 spread of 450. No, this week I had 450. The prior week I had 457.5 spread, and then a whole bunch 445 spread. And I closed the 450 early for small loss before Friday because I just can't risk those. I had 2 of them, and then of course I have the rest was 447.5 and 450, which issue is resolved either this week or early next week. They don't have a choice. Okay, I'm not worried about it, just because I'm not worried about the debt ceiling, because they always have to raise the debt. They don't have a choice. But the way politicians like to drag things out, to play games and to force the other side, they keep raising the debt. The idea that we can balance the budget, that's never going to happen. It hasn't happened in a long time. So until that is resolved, until people know that defense is not going to get slashed in spending, you get this kind of weakness. It 447 as it did the last week many times, then I would be selling 442. Okay, so some of the spread I sold was even below 445. Some of it was 442. I don't think I sell any 440, but I did sell 442.5, I believe. I'll do the same. Okay, the higher put spread I would sell right now with Lockheed Martin, which I did spread, and I would do the same and stepped in lower. There will be a rebound once the debt ceiling talk is done and they come up with a new MLM. It's time to go. No reason to be in it. None whatsoever. If you have it, raise your stop. No need to be in it. VMC, same thing. Okay, these two stock mirror. There is no need to be in it. It's time to go. Gold has done very well. I haven't done gold in a long time, but to me, would I chase it here? The answer is no. I think that's it, people. My phone rings. It's time to go for me as well. Good luck. See you Wednesday.